We have two powerful readings here from Isaiah and the Gospel of Matthew. First, let's look at what's going on with Isaiah. At this point, Israel was in Babylon, in exile, taken away by the Babylonian Empire, well over 500 years before the time of Christ. Later on, the Persian Empire took over, and the king's name was Cyrus. The powerful thing that's going on here is in this second part of the prophecy of Isaiah. Probably a student of Isaiah was writing it, the scholars think. And what was he writing? He was telling the people, be comforted. You were taken into exile because of your sin. Your sin is more than paid for. Time to come home. So, God speaks through Isaiah and says to Cyrus, the Persian king, you are Messiah, Mashiach, anointed by me. Although you don't know me, I am using you for the sake of Jacob, my servant. I've called you by a name, given you a title, even though you don't know me. And then this powerful thing that we may not understand for sure. Israel believed that God was the great God among many gods. And now, this God is saying, I am the Lord. There is no other God but me. And he's saying to Cyrus, I arm you, though you don't know me, so that from the rising to the setting of the sun, all people must know there is no God besides me. And then it's repeated, I am the Lord. There is no other. So you see how gradually over hundreds of years, God is speaking through his word, who would later become the Son, Jesus Christ. The Father speaks through the word and reveals more and more who he is and what he wants of his people. In this case, even to a Persian king. I'm the one. And this is read to the people so that they put their trust in God above everything else, which is the first commandment of the 10 Commandments. I am the Lord your God. You must not put any other gods beside me. And God still speaks to me and you that way. Our allegiance, our dedication, our daily life, we're challenged that in our mind, in our heart, in our choices, our actions, we put nothing before God. The reason we're single is for God. The reason we get married must be for God. The reason we work is for God. Money's a nice afterthing. Certainly, the reason we love our families is in God and for God. Our work is of God. Our recreation is of God. And finally, even our death is a sacrifice of giving over our life to God. Now it continues in this challenging gospel. The Pharisees were very staunch religious group of laymen. The Herodians were under King Herod, and they had more to do with the Sadducees and the temple worship. The Pharisees had more to do with the synagogue worship outside of Jerusalem itself, where the Jews were scattered. throughout that area of Israel, now taken over by the Romans, okay? Now, Pharisees would want nothing to do with the Herodians. But when you got a common enemy, that always brings people together. A common good brings people together, but it seems like a common enemy stirs up the energy even more in people. Well, here they want to get Jesus. The Pharisees did not believe you should pay the tax to Caesar. Now, what would you pay the tax with? With Caesar's money. A denarii is what it was called, a denarius. And it had an image of Caesar on it. At that time, it would have been Tiberius. And so, just like we have on our coins, the inscriptions, so did they. Now, they are obviously doing better making money by cooperating with the Roman economy than the Jewish economy, which the money there would be called the shekel, and the talent later becoming the word that we end up using for gifts. Anyway, all right, we say Pharisees don't pay the tax. Herodians say, hey, God put them over us. We're doing pretty good under them. Pay the tax. Let's go ask Jesus. Now we got him trapped. You know why? Because if Jesus says, pay the tax, all the Israelites will be angry. If he says, don't pay the tax, now they can accuse him before the Romans and get him killed. What is he going to do? He got him. So they come together. Herodians and the disciples of the Pharisees, should we pay the tax or not? You're two-faced, was his answer. Why are you testing me? Now you notice, he has to say, show me a coin. He doesn't have it. He's living as a poor man. He's not making money on it. Whose image is on the coin? Caesar. Okay, that image is on that coin. You're making money off of it, but I guess you ought to pay Caesar. Our common enemy. You're making money off of it because of him? Pay Caesar. But whose image are you? You're the image of God. Give to God what belongs to God. Same thing for you and me. Catholics, Christians, people live in all kinds of countries, under all kinds of nations, over all kinds of governments. And if those laws are just, we cooperate with those laws, including taxes. But where does the heart go? What's our deepest allegiance and dedication of our life? Whose image are you? God. Give yourself to God. That's the image that's written on your soul. The image of God